okay, this is the last time we get to visit Peter Jackson's Middle Earth, unless they sell the rights to Sumerian, which you could make easily 3 movies out of, and they'd be some of the most complicated movies ever made. So, Hobbit 3, The Battle of the Five Armies, is pretty much a 2 hour and 20 minute battle. There's probably about 2 hours of battling with a very, very small amount of non-conflict. Takes place right after Desolation of Smaug left off. Of course, that left off with Smaug leaving his way and going to attack the small city on the way out. Your opening is the battle with Smaug. Smaug. However you want to pronounce it. And this all happens before you even see the title screen. And this is a very, very well done battle. I saw this in the 3D with the high frame rate. High frame rate is good for battle sequences. There are moments where it's just people and they're going over the devastation, and there's just a little bit too much movement to it that just seems kind of odd. So yeah, this is just battles, destruction, devastation. The human, dwarf, and elvish toll of all this battling. At the same time, when one person goes off and they go through you got your massive battle with essentially your 5 armies going at it, and all of a sudden it's like, well, we're going to also have fights here in these little strongholds. And so massive, huge battle going on, while all the little smaller battles get a perfect amount of screen time. And when this was done, I was like, wow, felt like I just sat down. So the dwarfs have finally taken the mountain. They've got all the gold. And now you have essentially the other armies showing up because they're like, hey, some of the stuff you have belongs to other people. And while that's going on, the orcs have been kind of like, hey, that's an important strategic location. So you'll have the humans, elves, dwarves. I think you end up having orcs, goblins, beasts, all sorts of manner of beasts, like cave trolls, weird single-use trolls. I mean, this is just everything. Wow, there's so much stuff going on, but it all feels important. Then you have like the small character moments. Just very, very, very well done. If you read the book, there's really no spoilers as to some of the more impactful casualties throughout the story. As for the tacked on elements, yes, they do finish Gandalf's side quest, which does a good job bringing in some other characters from Lord of the Rings. I did enjoy the addition of Legolas, the addition of Turiel. I liked some of those little things because while it didn't really detract from the story, they kind of helped add a little more spots here and there. It does pretty much end in a position that's perfect for Lord of the Rings. Very, very well done. Beautifully shot. This is easily the best out of the prequel trilogy, or Hobbit trilogy, which all in all is pretty decent. I know people were not a big fan of it, but when you first start watching this film, Peter Jackson has spent, 15 hours in there already? So you've seen a lot of what he's going to do. I will say, the beginning of the movie, if you didn't see the second one, you're going to be lost a little bit. They do a little bit of flashback here and there to help it out. When you get towards the end of the film, if you didn't see the first film, some of it's not going to make sense. So a nice job of taking all the set pieces you had from Hobbit 1, Hobbit 2, and putting it all into Hobbit 3. And little tidbits to Lord of the Rings. Very, very well. I'm looking forward to next year when potentially, if my daughter will let me, spending a day on The Hobbit and then a day on The Lord of the Rings. Of course, all extended cuts.